The already powerful UV tools in MODO continue to improve with a number of additions and workflow enhancements. There is now a Show UV Distortion option in Viewport Properties. When enabled, the geometry is coloured, signifying distorted areas of the currently selected UV map. The new Show Unmapped Polygons command will select all of the polygons in the selected mesh item that are not UV'd, making it easier to select missed polygons or even larger areas of the model that need to be UV'd. The Select Overlap UVs command has been renamed to Select Error UVs in MODO 11.2. It now contains multiple commands for detecting UV errors. As well as overlapping UVs, it will now select stacked UVs. Although this is not necessarily an error, it's a quick way of locating and selecting UV islands that share exactly the same UV space. Crossing UDIM borders will select any UV that isn't completely within a particular UDIM. And Zero Area will select any UV polygons that have zero size in UV space. The Texel density tools are now no longer a script and have been rewritten from scratch. As well as making them significantly faster, some additional functionality has been added. You can now be more specific about the 3D UV ratio, allowing you to enter the 3D size as well as the UV size, and also specify the units for the UV size. There is now a world space toggle that will account for item transforms when calculating the size of 3D items. This means that scaled items can have their texel densities matched to unscaled or differently scaled items. And there is also a normalize button which scales all the selected UV islands so that their density is the same as their total average density. Quick Island Select is a set of tools for aligning UV islands based on the first selected edge. Nearest will rotate the UV island so that the first selected edge lies along the UV axis that is most closely aligned to. Horizontal will rotate the UV island so that the selected edge lies along the V-axis, and vertical will rotate the island so that the edge lies along the U-axis. Island Stacker will move selected UVs so that their extremities are aligned vertically and/or horizontally, with each axis having options for minimum, maximum, center, or unmoved. A new flipped UV display option has been added, which will colour any flipped UV yellow in the UV viewport, making them easier to detect. The UV coverage indicator now displays the coverage percentage for both foreground and background items that share the same UV map. And finally, paint selection and lasso selection now work for selected items in the UV view when in item mode, making it easier to work with multiple items directly in the UV viewport.